It's been almost 2 years since Corpus Christi police officer Alan McCollum was killed by a suspected drunk driver. McCollum left behind a wife and 3 daughters, and picking up the pieces hasn't been easy. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with Alan's widow, Michelle, for the first sit-down interview discussing the night she learned of her husband's death and how life has been changed ever since.
We were expecting him home. And of course, social media starts going on about an accident. And I was home with my daughter and she was taking her shower. It was a little after 10.
That's when Michelle texted her husband Alan, but he never answered. What came next, no one is ever prepared for.
You get the knock on the door, just like in the movies. And your life changes forever when you open the door and they tell you what has just occurred.
Police say Allen and 2 other officers were conducting a traffic stop on South Padre Island Drive at the Carroll Lane overpass when a suspected drunk driver, 26-year-old Brandon Portillo, hit one of the police cruisers, knocking Allen over the railing and onto the frontage road below, killing him. Learning of the tragedy was hard enough, but now Michelle had to explain it to their youngest daughter, Lily.
That was the most gut-wrenching moment, was explaining to her what happened. Going to the hospital and seeing him and saying our goodbyes. It's a moment that you never forget.
The days, weeks, and months ahead would be the toughest to get through. Ceremonies and memorials honoring Alan were grateful, but hard to go through. It's been the hardest for Lily, who was only 10 at the time of the accident. Making sense of it all hasn't been easy.
This year has been more emotional for her than year 1. I think year 1 she was a little numb. Year 2 she's starting to express herself more.
Alan was recently honored in Washington, D.C. for Police Week, where his name was placed on the Wall of Fallen Officers. It offers the family some comfort knowing his legacy will forever live on. She
mentioned to me when we were at the wall that it was something that, Mom, it's something I can bring my kids to. They're going to bring their kids to. I said, it's forever going to be there.
Moving forward hasn't been easy, but it's something she says Alan would have wanted.
It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back some days. And then some days you're just moving forward. We remember Alan by his laughter, by his pranks, his love of life. He was just so positive.
When Alan comes up in your mind, what is it that you'll always hold on to?
Just how he made me feel safe. The years we spent, 16 years in each other's lives, the memories, the good and the bad, because it formed who we were as friends, as husband and wife. It's just the memories. He was a beautiful person inside and out, and I had front row to his life the last 16 years. That was precious to me, and I thank God for that.
Alan's life was one of service. He served in the Army for 21 years and spent 7 years on the force with CCPD. Even though he's gone, he will never be forgotten.
I'm not who I used to be, and I'm not going to be. That part of Michelle died with Alan.
And Brandon Portillo, the suspected drunk driver in the case, was assigned to the 94th District Court. No word yet on when he will appear before Judge Bobby Galvan.